It has been 2 years of constant push.
Tuesday, 7:11 p.m.
2 years of constant threats or intimidation.
We are coming for you.
We're gonna hang you.
De bestorming van het Capitool. Dat was nog maar het begin. De aanval op de Amerikaanse democratie is nog steeds in volle gang.
You're crossing a Rubicon that you may not be able to come back from.
Om te begrijpen wat er aan de hand is, zijn we in Detroit, waar het toen al misging en waar de rust eigenlijk nooit is teruggekeerd.
Van een poging om de gouverneur te kidnappen.
Ze wilde een einde maken aan haar ongecontroleerde macht.
Tot een stormloop op de plek waar de stemmen geteld worden. Nergens gaat het er zo hard aan toe als hier achter deze deuren in Detroit. En nog steeds is de aanval op de democratie in volle gang. Niet alleen hier, maar overal in de Verenigde Staten waar geprobeerd wordt om de verkiezingen van binnenuit te kapen.
We have nearly 300 people running in the midterms whose central part of their platform is that the 2020 election was rigged.
Dit verhaal gaat over de verkiezingsfunctionarissen die nooit in de spotlight stonden en dat ook niet willen.
A good day in elections, if the day afterwards nobody knows who you are, you've had a good day, right? Because that means everything has gone really well, everything has gone perfectly.
Maar meteen na de verkiezingen in 2020 gaat het mis. Verkiezingsfunctionarissen in het hele land worden geïntimideerd en bedreigd door aanhangers van Trump. Die geloven dat er gefraudeerd is met de verkiezingen. Tina Barton, zelf republikein, krijgt aan de lopende band dit soort bedreigingen.
We will fucking take you out. Fuck your family, fuck your life, and you deserve the fucking throat to the knife, you fucking cunt. Watch your fucking back, you fucking silly bitch. What?
How does it make you feel to hear this?
Oh, well, when you first receive a message like that, you're obviously taken back.
Het loopt zo uit de hand dat Tina besluit te stoppen. En ze is niet de enige.
For a lot of election officials, it's making them reconsider their career, period. And they're leaving. And there's this mass exodus because of that. And so I think that what it has done over the last 2 years is really wear people down. They're exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of those things. They are completely exhausted.
Verkiesbaar voor de plekken die zij achterlaten, dat zijn election deniers zoals Christina Caramo in Detroit.
Hello Michigan. The presidential election was rigged and stolen. Christina, come up Christina, is a true American patriot.
En Mark Fincham in Arizona.
We know it and they know it. Donald Trump won.
In a number of places we have people running for office who, if they were to win, right, would have influence over how elections are administered, ballots are counted, and the votes are certified. Now, we have lots of robust checks and balances in place so that even if some of these folks were to assume office, right, we would still be a ways away from having, right, democracy overturned, but it would be a concern because to date, right, the efforts to interfere in American elections have been primarily from outside actors, whether it's hostile nation states like Russia, Iran, and China, or bad faith domestic actors who tried to overturn the 2020 elections and knew better, right? Something that the January 6th committee has spoken about at length. But obviously, if we start to have more folks on the inside, then that raises a whole host of additional challenges.
Het is niet heel moeilijk om zo'n belangrijke plek in handen te krijgen.
I just saw the Secretary of State for Kentucky recently tweeted in the last few days how many of his county election officials had left, how many have chosen not to run again for election. We're seeing this in states all across the country where election officials are leaving, or there will be open spots that people aren't even running for to fill those positions. So it's certainly an area where people are reconsidering it, reconsidering the risks and the stresses of the job, and a lot of them are saying, I can't do that.
Dat de angst voor geweld niet onterecht is, zagen we toen de man van Nancy Pelosi thuis werd aangevallen.
Paul Pelosi is still recovering from that vicious attack with a hammer.
He knew this was a suicide mission.
President Biden, die had gehoopt het land weer te verenigen, zag zich genoodzaakt om het land opnieuw toe te spreken.
This violence against Democrats, Republicans and nonpartisan officials just doing their jobs are the consequence of lies told for power and profit lies of conspiracy and malice, lies repeated over and over to generate a cycle of anger, hate, vitriol and even violence.
Uit de speech van Biden spreekt ook onmacht, want tot nu toe zijn alle hooggeplaatste republikeinen, waaronder president Trump, ermee weggekomen.
We haven't seen sufficient accountability for those folks that have led the efforts, right, to fuel the toppling of American democracy. I think one of the things that remains to be seen is whether or not those folks who seek to overturn American democracy will be held accountable. Right? Whether it's being held accountable in a court of law, whether it means being held accountable at the ballot box, or whether it means being held accountable in another form. I think one of the things that is a real concern is if those people who know better are seeking to overturn American elections and aren't facing repercussions for doing so, because then they have an incentive to continue engaging in this kind of behavior.
Het is duidelijk dat de Verenigde Staten verdeelder zijn dan ooit. De angst voor geweld is groot en dan moeten de presidentsverkiezingen in 2024 nog komen. Tina is na 16 jaar gestopt als verkiezingsfunctionaris, maar probeert nu op haar eigen manier anderen te helpen.
What it actually did was inspire me to get involved on a bigger level. Inspired me to do something to help those election officials, again, across the country, knowing that we're hearing this in every single state, but specifically in battleground states. Knowing that this is an ongoing issue, the inspiration for me was to see what I could do to help.